The filter-free diary. Uh,
Hey, I'm back at the cabin again because to do this next part, I needed a reference because hey, we get to talk about the book of Revelation again. And I'm going to show you something that maybe you saw before, maybe you didn't, but maybe you'd like to see it now. So we were talking about getting comfy. Sorry, we were talking about how we're on level 4. And the reason why we can be as humans on level 4 and there can still be animals and plants and number 1 is because 4 balances out the other 3. It's a geometric thing that happens. The best way I can describe it is draw an equilateral triangle, right? With 3 points, and you have your triangle. If you just add one more point, which could be like opposite the number 2, could be all the way on the bottom, that's point number 4, and you get a whole nother triangle that balances out the first triangle. Are you still with me? And the reason that is because 4 balances out the first 3. And that's why winter has to be a period of rest. As number 4, you need to rest so that all that growth through spring and then the hyper growth of summer and then the slow decay of fall, which still has some growth but also has some decay, can all be balanced out by winter and by resting during winter. So 4 really does balance the first 3. I hope that made sense to you because that's why we as 6s are on level 4 and level 3 and 2 and 1 still exist. The 3 of those are technically also balancing us out as much as we are balancing them out. Or we should be. I don't know. Are humans really in balance right now? I think they shout, I'm balance, but you know what they're saying? I am balance is imbalance. English is fun. So anyways, so level 4. And the idea is, like I said before, that we're, as minds, we're supporting or supposed to be learning to support desire. So one of the key attributes of desire is well, I told you before, it's like a compass, right? It can point you in a direction, but it's a path. It's supposed to point you in a direction and keep you, on your path, not always facing in that direction, because sometimes you can't just go through a motherfucking mountain, right? You have to go, east first and then a little north, and then you can go west and get back on your path. Well, if your compass is saying, go through the mountain and you can't go through the mountain, then as a mind, as something that can think and rationalize and understand, we need to find a way around the mountain. We need to problem solve, and for some of us, that's going to be climbing the mountain. You fun fucking go-getters, you do that thing and I'll watch you on TV. And for some of us, that's going to be, hiking around the mountain, like I said. For some of us, that might be catching a plane and just flying over the motherfucking mountain. I don't know. How do you get over the mountain is up to your mind, is up to your rationality, right? Because ultimately, you're trying to support your desire. And hopefully you're not just like, well, fuck it, it's a mountain, I can't even do it. because that's not how you support something. You know, if you're supposed to go that way, you're supposed to go that way. But you're not always supposed to go that way. You're supposed to be following the compass and using your mind to balance it out. And I can't tell you too much more because this is a fucking school. And I gotta pass too. Or else I'll be stuck here too. And fuck that shit. I already know how this works. It'd be boring to do this again. So the thing I want to talk to you about regarding the number 4 and, you know, this school, this level, is in the book of Revelations. When you see those 4 horsemen, did you know that was coming? You know, and they're sent out in the 4 different directions. It doesn't say that, but that's what you do with 4 horsemen, at least back in the day, right? You got a message, you want to send it out, like the letter X. So you send it to the north, the south, the east, and the west, right? And you're the point in the middle. You're the 5. You're the balance that's sending out the message. So you're sending out these 4 horses. And the first horse is a white horse. And the reason it's white is because white, if you add up the 7 colors as numbers, equals 28. And so you get to know that white is a complete cycle. A complete cycle of all the colors. All the colors get to be themselves and combine together to make white. So that's 28. A red horse is spirit. So you already know that's flowing out. A black horse is what's left behind once the red flows out, right? Now it's not a 1, now it's a 0. And the pale horse? Do you know who the pale face is? Okay. Hopefully that was fun. Have a good day.